Hello guys, today we will dive into the art of creating stunning and effective landing pages using Elementor, which is a user-friendly drag and drop page builder. Before we dive in, let me tell you some key aspects to consider when creating compelling landing pages. First thing is branding, which has to be professional and relevant with proper font, colors and graphics. Landing pages should have sound branding with professional and relevant fonts and colors. They should match the theme of your landing page. There are many font types: sans serif, serif, slab serif, script mono, handwriting. So you have to choose them wisely. I mostly go with clean and sophisticated fonts. Similarly, you should decide a color palette for your landing page. You can use colors.co or chroma.co to decide better colors for your page or website. If you already have a reputed website, you may not need to think about fonts, colors and branding, as you have done that 20% of work already. You just need to import that. For the fonts, you can opt for Adobe fonts or download fonts and graphics from Envato Elements. You can find a link in the description to avail Envato services. The second is sub-headline. Provide additional context or clarity in the headline. Okay, you should have proper headlines and subheadings in your landing pages. Headings that really leave some impact on the visitor's mind. Keep your text short but effective. To generate content for your landing pages, you can use AnyWord or WriteSonic, or you can also use Gemini to do that. All you need is better prompts.
So the next thing you need to consider is having advanced forms on your websites in order to collect visitor information for the lead generation. Many landing pages have proper forms, and you should also have form in the proper location. For example, on the hero section or on the bottom section, to make sure that people visiting your website are also giving the information in the forms, and you have that data to attract them in remarketing and other tracking system. You should also have an appealing UI and UX design, which is really essential for a successful landing page. It is, however, the combination of so many factors such as sophisticated fonts, colors, and branding. You should also have explainer video in the hero section or maybe somewhere in your landing page, which helps a lot for complex products or the services. You can explain your product and give a demo or instructions about your product using the explainer video. You should also have trust elements in your website that display security badges, privacy policies, or kind of guarantees, so that users get to know that you are a trusted brand offering services. Otherwise, they may take you for fraud or a scam, because if you are selling a product using landing pages that doesn't always convert, and you have to consider that. So make sure that you create trustworthy pages and or use elements that show some kind of trust to the visitors. Next thing is limited time offer. You can create urgency and encourage immediate action on your landing pages from the users. For that, you can create some kind of animations, you can create some kind of call to actions, or you can create counters or countdown timers for that. Then you have to consider mobile optimization, because many people use mobiles, and that's why your landing page should be responsive, and it should ensure the page looks and functions pretty well on mobile devices. It should be clean and have a simple layout. You need to avoid clutter and distractions in the pages. You should have a visual hierarchy. You need to guide the visitor's eye to the most important elements. For example, you cannot use call to action pretty early. You need to explain your services, you need to explain your products, you need to explain the benefits and advantages of the product you are selling through your landing pages. Until you are sure that you have given a lot of information and lot of knowledge about your product, you need to make sure that you don't show the call to action. You need to make sure that you show call to action only when the user is educated about your product. You can show social proofs, you can display testimonials or reviews on your website. Then we have call to action option to encourage the desired action with a prominent button. You can focus on a single goal. You need to avoid overwhelming visitors with multiple CTAs. Focusing on a single goal can make sure that the conversion is made or the user is converted for the product you are promoting through the landing pages. You can use pop-ups on the exit intent and allow visitors not to go away, or you can make sure that people who are intending to go away from your website may be converted using the pop-up. You can also use tracking, whether it is metapixels or Google remarketing or retargeting. Giving them extra offers or extra discounts through remarketing can encourage some conversions. So that's why using tracking can help you a lot if the visitor is if the visitor leaves your website but has some plans to buy further or in future.
So guys, now let us create a new landing page on our WordPress website. First thing first, let us create a new page. Here I will give my page a new name. I will name it landing page and I can save it in a draft. Now I'll edit this page with Elementor. We'll wait a few seconds for the page to load. Once the page is loaded, you can see all the widgets in the left sidebar over here, and on the right you can drag and drop your elements and start building the web page. Okay, and let me introduce you to the panels and this work area. Here on this Elementor icon you can find the theme builder, okay, where you can see all the essential elements, essential templates, whether it is header, footer, single post, single page, archive, such as loop item, error 404. So all the templates are over here. You can add new as well. So this is like all your templates and your essential template areas. And here you can see your history. Here you can see your user preferences, some preferences that you have opted in for your Elementor. Okay, whether you want to use it in the light mode, dark mode, or auto detect based on the system that you are using. And for the canvas, I will show or hide items, expand images in the light box or not. So these are basically for your Elementor editing preferences. Okay, and then you have keyboard shortcuts to make things work pretty fast for you in your editing experience or in your editing journey. And here you can exit to the WordPress website. You may click on it once you have published the page, but for now let us quickly click on this page settings, where you can find all the settings related to your specific page where you are at. This is the post ID or the ID of the page you are editing, and from here you can customize its title, its status, whether draft, publish, or private, or whatever. You can upload a featured image. You can set its order. You can allow or disallow comments for this page. You can set or hide a title. You can, if it is set to yes, the title wouldn't be shown on the page. Here you can set the page layout. I would recommend to use a Elementor canvas layout for your landing pages. Elementor canvas layout allows you to hide header and footer, which essentially you don't need in your landing pages. It is good for the website pages, but for landing pages, to avoid distractions or to avoid unwanted clicks, for example navigation clicks, you may you can hide the header and footer to make sure the user clicks on your buttons that you have created specifically to generate leads or to sell your products. Okay, now let us move to our site settings, where you can adjust all the things related to your global colors, global fonts. You can set the theme style, whether it is about your typography, about the button styling. Okay, these are for all the widgets. If you set typography, for example, to a specific font, it will derive that font whenever you drag and drop a widget, for example heading widget or text area widget. So it will take or inherit the
properties from typography settings. For example, h1, h2, all of these settings you can over here specify. Here you can set its site settings. In site settings you can adjust its name, description, okay, site logo, and all of these things. Okay, if you are using header, it is useful, but we are not using header, so we can skip this at the moment. And here you can set the background, layout, lightbox, and all of these things. But for building a landing pages, all of these things are not quite essential, and you might already know about them. So let us quickly skip these things. If you want to know more, let me know in the comments. I will create a specific or a new video about all of these things as well. For example, introduction to Elementor settings and panels. Okay, so now let us quickly move our container to start building our first section. Okay, so this is our container. It is a flex container, and you can choose to make it grid as well, but I will go with a flexbox at the moment for this video. If you don't know what flexbox is or how you should be using flexbox containers in Elementor, you can check out my specific video where I have discussed in detail how you can use them. Now let us quickly make its height bit perfect. For example, minimum height to 500. Okay, I have uploaded a few images as well. So this is the image I have uploaded in my container, but I should be uploading images in other containers. Okay, there's a main container. It should have 2 other containers that would work as columns like this. I will make it row horizontal. Now it looks like this. For the main container, I can give it a width of 1200 or maybe 1100. Okay, like this. Now I will import an image widget over here, and from the library I can choose an image, any of these. Okay, maybe this one. Now I will add a few more widgets. I can customize it from here. Grab the chance. I can say limited time offer. In the content tab of your heading widget, you can choose the HTML tag, and I would go with the H4, and you can change its color from here in the style tab. You can change its typography as well from here. I will make it medium. I will change its sizing as well. And for the fonts, I would customize my font styling from the site settings. But before that, let me center all these items. Before I change, let me publish, and here in the site settings, I'll go to global fonts, and in the primary font I will go with a more professional font than this. You can wait a little so that fonts are loaded and you can see how they would look on the website. I would go with the Inter font maybe. Okay, and I will choose Inter in all of these drop boxes one by one. You can anytime increase the speed of the video if you are finding it a little slow for you. Now let me save this page, the global fonts, and get back to the settings, Elementor panel. And now you can see the fonts are changed. Okay, I will give it a bit of more weight like this, and I will add a text title over here where I can write something like, this can be your last chance to avail our 15 days free trial and lifetime discount of 80%. So make hurry avail this huge discount. So anything you can write. Okay, now I can add a button over here like this. You can customize your button from the styling. You can give it a border. We can also set its padding, maybe 20 and or maybe 16, and then from the left and right, from the right I would make it 28, and from the left I would again make it 28 like this. So looks quite good, isn't it? And here on the container, what I will do, I will go to styling and go to the background color. I have two options. One is to choose a color from this image like this. Okay, does look pretty good. I mean, I would go to the container and remove all the padding, and here too I will go to the container in advanced. You remove the padding so it looks like it is not having any margin from the bottom, and for the top padding I would give it 60. Okay, something like this. Does look pretty better to me. I can also go to my container and copy its color and go to the gradient, and here I can choose to show it like this. Okay, so this one looks something like this. I can also add a form as well, a form widget where I can style it so it looks pretty good. Let me style it for you. I'll go to styling. First of all, I will remove a few stuff from here. I'll go to the name and make it 50% for the column width, and I will remove the labels to show on the front end. I will remove these two fields. Okay, for the button I will set its column width to 50%. So now it looks like this. Now I'll go to the style tab, and for the label or HTML field I can set some spacing as well, text color for the labels, but labels are not showing, so I would definitely go to the field, and border width I will set to 0, and border radius I can set to maybe 10. The same I can do with the buttons, where I can set its button color or change it, something like this. Text padding I can say 16. Okay, does look better. Maybe 15 is also good. For the hover I would go with a different color, maybe something like this. Okay, and I can remove this color now, or remove this button now. Now I have a very clean and sophisticated form in my hero section, and that you definitely need in your hero section of your landing pages. And you can also add a countdown to create some urgency like this. Go to style tab, click on this. Okay, that looks pretty good. I mean, you have to adjust a little bit definitely, but after a few adjustments it will look the way you want it. You can change the digits and labels as well, the color for them, the typography if you want to, and you can also go to the content and set a due date for this. Maybe make it within 1 day or 2 days as well to create more urgency. You can also set it to view as a block or inline. You can show whether you want to show days, hours, minutes or seconds, all of them or few of them. Days you can hide as well if it is just within few hours, but I will recommend you to show it if you are expiring it within a few days. Now you have option to show the label or use a custom label as well. Once the action is expired or this countdown expired, you can set an action where to redirect to a page or where to hide this or to show a message. Here is the message that you can show. You can use a dynamic message as well here. I will prefer to hide it. Now we just can move to the next section. So let us create a new flex box. And here I will add a heading. Like this. Control I will give you the structure of your page. I will move heading out of this container and top over here, and now I can change its color and everything. I can make it center aligned as well. Now go to typography. It is already entered, but I will give it a bold. Wait. Now I'll change its sizing and make it around 36. And here in the content I can change it to what we offer, something like this, and give it some minimal color which is not that hard for the eye. Go to the main container, go to advanced, and here I will give it some padding about 40, and here in this container, this will be the main container for our boxes. I will create a few boxes over here for the services we offer. I will add an element, create a new container, and I will edit this container, and then I will duplicate this container to create more boxes. So first thing first, I will change its color so it is separate from the other containers. Let me give it not a harsh color but a light one, something like this, similar to the color of the shirt over here. I will add a heading widget. I can say CTR improvement. Now let us reduce its sizing a little bit. Maybe 20. Keep publishing the page so you don't experience lags. Now I will add a new element for the text as well, like this, and I will also add icons over here. For the icons, I will use images that I have, but you can also use icons widget, or you can use a simply icon box where you get heading and this description text and icon all at the single widget. But I've already downloaded a few fonts. Let me show you. So I have all these fonts over here. I will go to the image widget and drag and drop it over here. So these icons are related to medicine, but it's okay for the video, I guess. So now they have started to upload. So I can use any of these, something like this. I will reduce its size, maybe 50 pixels or 30 pixels. Now I can go ahead and duplicate this container from here and go to the main container, which is this one, and make it row horizontal, and now it will look like this. I can duplicate it one more time and it now looks like this. So we'll quickly adjust its alignment. Maybe we'll go to the left and give it more padding, something like 40 pixels, or maybe 30 is fine. Now we'll give it some margin, maybe 10 pixels is enough. And I will copy and paste the style to other widgets as well. Looking good, isn't it? I can also increase column gaps as well, like this, and I can copy this and paste style over here as well, and the same way paste a style for the images as well. Now I can change the images like this, maybe different color, and now we have 6 service sections like this. Okay, but as you notice, the first section we have different width, which is 1100. So I will go to this section and give it the same width. Okay, and now the page looks quite clean and good, isn't it? And this is, we have built pretty custom without using any specific thing. We can also go ahead, and what we can do, we can add a subheading to this as well. Let's make it h3, keep it center aligned, change its font, get a little less font than that, and a color which is less readable than this. Go to advanced, and maybe go to padding. From the top, make it something like this, and we also reduce its size a bit more as well, like this. Below are the services that we render. Okay, and now the page looks a bit clean, but we can also make it less weighted, something like this. So you have to customize it to the extent that looks good to you, and if it does good look to you, it will definitely good look to your visitors as well. I'm getting this over here, but I will reload this page, and when reloaded it will go away. Okay, now it looks a bit cleaner. For the top padding, I will choose to go with 60. Now I can work on the other sections. I will go to flex container, copy this container and paste it properties over here. Okay, so that it is the same as that one, and the same I can go with these two widgets of headings. If I want to add a new headings, I can simply copy and paste these headings from there like this. Paste. I can give it a different color like this, or maybe I can go with this color over here. And change it over here. I can reduce it a bit more. I will add an image. Like this, and reduce its width. And from the advanced section, I will remove the bottom padding, so it looks something like this. Now I can add forms, CTA form, or maybe I can also add button over here, or maybe I can simply copy this form and paste it over here, and change the column width in these two. For the width, I can go with less width, maybe this one, or without touching its width, I can opt to customize this one as well. where I can give it a custom width 40% and align center. So it does look pretty good to me, blended. So all you need to know is how to create containers, how to add elements, how to customize them, how to customize fonts, how to use better colors, how to use better fonts. So if you know all of these things, designing pages in Elementor is not a big deal, I guess. And you have to make sure that everything looks perfect and appeals to your users. To add some branding, you can also add few widgets like this image carousel. You can add where you can add the brand logos like this. Okay, and here you can go to additional options, select 1000, make it full width, slash to show 4 or 5 maybe. Okay, and here on the image you can make it centered. You will also set it spacing. Okay, now it will scroll like this. Image stress no, navigation only and only arrows, and the previous arrow icon you can customize which type of icon you want to show. You can also set link captions as well. Autoplay you can set, pause on hover, pause on interaction, autoplay speed, it is in milliseconds. You can set infinite loop, animation speed, or the direction. You can also set the arrow size. Okay, arrows color as well. You want to show it outside or inside? I will opt for the outside, make it a bit big, and I will also make it green or maybe bluish little, like this. For the image you also have image spacing, border type, and all of these things. So looks good to me. I can give it some padding from the bottom. So now it does look like this. You can also upload images in monochrome, or you can maybe make it more gray or make it match to this color over here, so it would look more professional. And you can also keep it in this section as well, or yeah, you can customize it based on your way, how you want it to look. We also add spacers to give spaces as well, and we can also use spaces to create some interesting designs as well. For example, let me show you one. If I go to background, I can give this a background like this, and in the selector, filter, blur 40% maybe, or I can choose with 2px or 10 pixels, and now in the border I will give it some border radius, maybe 100. Okay, and go to the layout and make it absolute like this. You can also go to mask. We'll give it a circle mask. Size to fit, position center, repeat, no repeat. And now in the spacer settings you can increase it a bit more. Set its position, it is absolute already. Go to the custom CSS, increase the blur like this. 150 will also give. And now you should remember that it is having a less Z index. In the layout you can give it -1, so it remains behind it like this. Okay, and if you give it 1, it's all about Z indexes. Okay, make sure you deal with that pretty well. maybe I give it 3, and here I give it so the above section is not having a color, so we would give it a color, and now it is gone. And here you can set it like this. You can Control I and duplicate this and keep the other one to the other end like this. Okay, and go to the other spacer, go to advanced, and here in the background color you can change this one, something like this. Okay, and now if you copy this from here and okay, we are clicking on this spacer because we cannot click over here because of this, so let us move it a bit off, and now we can paste it. Okay, now our elements are pasted. Now we can adjust our spacer to give it a more realistic look. What you can do, you can click on your spacer, go to advanced, again go to your background and opt for a lower opacity like this. Same for this one, and go to color and opt for lower opacity like this. So this is how you can create this kind of a section. Okay, and you can continue expanding your pages, you can continue designing more, and based on what information you have, you can customize your sections, your pages. Remember that you all will need some containers and some grids. Maybe if you are using grids instead of flexboxes, you can check out the link in the description to learn more about the flexboxes. And if you want to know more about how you can create landing pages, you can reach me out on my social media as well, and I will try my best to respond to you as soon as possible. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. Let me know if you enjoyed watching, and please subscribe because I really need your support for making more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.